Alright, just went and bought a bunch of bottles. 3.5 boxfuls. Mostly ACL sodas. So these were all different prices. Some of them were $1, some were $2, some were $3, some were $4, some were $5. So I'll just show you what I got and tell you what I paid. I think I paid $2 for this one. And it is from Jasper, Alabama. Home of the Coke Hutch, that is the second most desirable Coke bottle you could expect to dig. I didn't know they had a Jasper Upper 10 bottling company. And then I got one of these for $2. These are usually a 10 or 12 ouncer, but this one seems like an odd smaller 8 ounce one. And it's from Georgetown, South Carolina. Here's another of the same shape, but this one says 10 ounces and it is about an inch taller. And I was glad to get this one. It's from Petersburg, Virginia. Paid $3 for it. And then a Big Shot. I think I paid $3 for this one also. And one of 3 styles of the Carolina Club, which is a Pepsi product. I don't think I have this one yet, but it was only $3 also. And here's one you don't see too often. I think I paid $2 for this one. And it is from Florence, South Carolina. It's got to be worth a lot more than that. And then a Robertson's, that's from over near Washington, North Carolina. It's probably worth $5, but I only had to pay $2 for it. And then a Green Crass. It's kind of an interesting bottle. And it's from Petersburg, Virginia. And an Upper 10. Paid $2 for it. It's from Henderson, North Carolina. And the Hires, I just bought it because it has the stars on the neck. Somewhere, oh, just 1 star. Well, it makes it kind of unique. $2 for that one. And this little team bottle. These come in 4 different sizes at least. But the 7 ouncer you don't see very often, and it is a Pepsi product. Paid $2 for that. And I picked up one of these no deposit Diet Mountain Dews because you just don't see a whole lot of them. I think I only paid $1 for it. And these 6.5 ounce Dr. Peppers. Don't see a lot of these around either. It was only $1. Then the DeBoss Dr. Pepper. It's filthy, stained up. I only paid $1 for it though. It doesn't have a city name on it. And the Diet Dr. Pepper. It was only $2. Too bad it wasn't the one that says dietetic. That's worth about 2 or 3 times as much. And a Crass bottle in the clear variety. It is from Blackstone, Virginia. I didn't even look at the city names on any of these bottles when I was buying them. I was just grabbing them because I liked them. But some of them are worth a lot more because of the city that they're from. And there's one I don't see very often. Where's that one from? Oklahoma City. Kind of a long ways off. Paid $3 for this one. And the Suburban Club. He only had one of those, so I picked it up. Baltimore, Maryland. It was either $2 or $3. And the Cloverdale. He only had one of those also. Baltimore, Maryland again. That one was $2 also. And the Orange Crush in the 7 ounce. Got some kind of city on it. Mansfield, Missouri. Well, anything that has a city name on it that's embossed like this has got to be worth at least $6. And here's another one. Slightly different variety with the crushy guy on it. And it has the 1920 patent date. But no city name, but for $2 I'd buy these all day long. And then he had some of the Mountain Dews with the names on them. This was a nice minty looking one. Just about perfect. I only had to pay $5 for that. Another upper 10. This one doesn't say any city name on it though, but it was only $2. And a Fox, just because I don't have any in my inventory. It was $3. And another Southern type bottle, Dixie Cola. I think I paid $2 for this one. And this is a 16-ounce Pepsi, one of the newer varieties, but yet you don't see this ACL variety very often. I don't know if I even have any of these. So I definitely had to get that for $1. And the classic 10, 2, and 4, but in the odd 16-ounce size. It's pretty filthy, but it was only $1. And the half liter. He only had one of these. I guess they're getting kind of collectible these days. It was only $2. And the Orangeette Lemonette. Don't see a city name on it, but you don't see a lot of these around. It was $2. And the Great Bet in what looks to be a 9-ounce size. Camden, Arkansas. That's the home office location. So there's no local interest in this bottle. I got a bit excited when I saw this one, even though it is from Mexico. The 1950s Pepsi in an odd 26 or 28 ouncer. Certainly don't see these every day. I've been collecting for 30 years and I don't have one of these yet until now. Paid $5 for it. And he had a number of red, white, and blue Pepsis. That one's Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And then the swimsuit lady 7-Up. I just picked a couple of those. This one's from several towns in North Carolina. He sold it to me for $1.50. And he had a bunch of these, and he said a lot of them have never been filled, and they were in as mint of a condition as you could ever get. But he wanted $5 a piece for them, and I thought I didn't want to buy them because I couldn't double my money. But then he said he would sell me 2 of them for $4 a piece, so I got a couple. And there's a nice 12-ounce Pepsi from about 1936. It's got a tremendous amount of stain, but I think I paid $2 for it. And another Roberson's. But this one is definitely unusual. I collect no deposits and I don't have one of these yet. I think it's considered a Pepsi Cola product. And I think I paid only $2 for it. And the little Great Bet bottle. They're pretty popular. This one's actually from Roanoke Rapids. Don't think I've ever had one from there, so it's got to be worth about $6 after I clean it. And another Dr. Pepper. And it is a Roanoke Rapids one. That's pretty rare, actually. I've never seen one. And we got the transitional one. The kind that is light green, that is just like that last one that's supposed to be clear. No city name on it, but these are generally worth at least $8 a piece. Then he had one bottle that stood out above all the others. He wanted $50 for this one though. So I had to think about that quite a while. I saved that one for last. Barely had money to buy it. I spent about $225 over there. And it's from Roanoke Bottling Company. Virginia, I suppose. It could be Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, but I'm not really sure, but it's supposed to be in the book for about $135. Hopefully I can get at least 100 out of it. Then I bought some of these little sample size cups for 25 cents a piece. Mountain Dew's so popular, and you don't see much in the Diet Mountain Dew. These are kind of modern though, plastic ones. Then the sugar-free Dr. Pepper. They're the old wax type. Should have got a few more of those. They were 25 cents a piece. Then I got these Pepsi free. You don't see too many of those things around. And traditional Pepsi on this side. They were also only a quarter a piece. And then he had the larger size cups that hold probably 16 ounces. But they certainly have a look about them that says they're from 1965. And they were 50 cents a piece. He also asked me if I collected other things like signs, and when I saw this I said, well, that's pretty neat, but it's kind of rough. Then he said he would take $20 each for these. And I said, well, I think that's a pretty good deal, but the other one is kind of different. So this by itself is kind of worthless. So he pretty much told me I had to buy the pair, so I paid $40 for these two. I'm going to clean them up a bit. Hopefully under that white paint there's going to be red and not some kind of a cover-up job. He had some really great crates too, but he knew how much they were worth, and I had to pay $20 for this one. Of course, that's not super expensive because I could probably get $38 for it eventually. Dr. Pepper crates are not very easy to get. And the other side is pretty close to mint also. Well, as you probably know, I like to get my bottles as clean as possible, so I got a few soaking right there. So, let's see what else I got. Another Dr. Pepper. This one's pretty clean though. And it says Wilson, North Carolina on the bottom. And if you don't know about McPherson, it's an eastern North Carolina thing from the northeast section of the state. And another Amber McPherson's. Certainly won't pass these up at $4 a piece. And the little 6.5 ounce Dr. Pepper. I think I paid only $1 for that. And one of these 12 ounce Aqua Pepsis from the mid-30s. This is the one that says Barnett on the neck. I actually don't have one of those, even though they're quite common. Now this is a very odd bottle. 6.5 ounces, and it's a paint over. You can sort of see underneath it what it says. Then this cute little 7 ounce Pepsi. It's from Mexico, but it's really rather unique. I think America only made an 8 ounce like this. And it's still full, so I think I'll keep this one for my collection. Then we got the Pilot of the other variety, and this one is from South Hill, Virginia. And another one of these little 8 ounces. This is the double dot variety, and it's from Littleton, North Carolina. Paid $3 or $4 for that. And then the 1920 patent dated, but this is the taller one. And I just noticed, I'm down in the basement, so it's pretty dark down here. It says Root on there. I don't recall Root making any Orange Crush bottles, but obviously they made some. And it's got a name on the bottom, somewhere in Wisconsin. And then the Patio. You don't see a lot of these, especially not in this little 7 ounce size. Probably paid $2 for this one. Then the Amber Orange Crush with the orange label. And it's from Littleton, North Carolina also. A little bit of the paint is missing. And here's another one of the clear embossed ones. This one is 7 ounces, I think. Belleville, Illinois. And another one with the painted label. No city on this one. Then a nice old slug plated blown in a mold bottle. Only seen a couple of these before. Got a giant monogram on it, but it's from Norfolk, Virginia, so it's probably not worth more than $8 or $10 at the most. And the Kickapoo Joy Juice. It's a popular bottle. Comes in the yellow label as well as the white label. I think I paid $3 for that one. And of course the RC with the pyramids. A classic ACL. Everybody needs to have at least one of these. Cape Charles, Virginia. Here's a belt buckle I picked up for $5. He had two of them. It looks like about 1974, maybe 75. Never seen one before. Figured I'd try it out. Maybe can sell it for $15 after I clean it up a bit. Alright, here's a weird one. Sort of a debossed bottle. Got a clown on it. And the other side also. So I think I had to pay something like $7 for that one. And it's from Littleton, North Carolina. The embossing's so tiny and weak it's hard to see it, but he had two of them, but he would only let me get one. Then I got some of these Pepsi caps that have never been used for the gallon syrup jugs. 50 cents a piece. And maybe the best deal of them all was this 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew. It was filthy when I first got it. I cleaned it up quite a bit, but I only had to pay $5 for that, and I think I've heard of these selling for up to $90. Then we got the double dot Pepsi of the 8-ounce size with the weird line on the neck. Probably paid $4 for that one. And another Pilot. Picked up two of those because I just don't have any of them at all until now. Paid $3 for it. Then I got 5 or 6 of these red, white, and blue Pepsis. Some of them are near mint condition. Littleton, North Carolina. You don't see bottles from there very often. Here's another one from Littleton. And Elizabeth City on this one. Alright, we've got a Mountain Dew here that's a little bit odd. It's a 12-ouncer. And the neck label is white only. That looks weird to me. Don't know that I've ever seen one quite like it. So I think I'll have to put this one in my collection. And another Kickapoo of the white label variety. Paid $4 for that. And the new grape, it's a beautiful bottle. The beginning collectors like them anyway. If they have a city name on the bottom, they're pretty good, but this one's just got the LGW. And a Spur. I've had requests for these, so I decided to pick up one. Paid about $1.50 for it. And here is one of the early RC bottles with the paper label of the 12-ounce size. There's a number of variations to these, but this is a pretty rare one. I don't recall having one like this before. It starts off with the embossing being small and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then starts getting small again. It's got a huge crack in it though, but since I don't know if I even have one, I had to pick it up. It was only $1. And the later style Mountain Dew from probably around 1985. It's got those little jagged cutouts on it. They're pretty scarce actually. I don't even think I have one of these in my collection. So I think I'll keep this one. And the little Moxie bottle. Had a paper label at one time. It's just shoulder embossed. They used this style of bottle for a long time, but I just don't see very many of them around here, so I bought it for $3.